Hi everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. Today I'm bringing you a little flip through video of this fun journal that I put together. It is called Jar of Meadow, and it has a theme of like kind of florals and gardening and nature, and it's just a nice little journal for summer. So let's hop into it. So I started, my inspiration for this book was this beautiful piece of embroidery. It's vintage, it's on linen, and it's just so pretty. So I decided to do like a fold over of the cover, and then I added a button there that you can wrap the closure around. This is a resin button, and hopefully you can see there it has burlap inside of it. So I've hand stitched it on, and I've used some vintage pillow edging that has the crochet edge in this pretty light teal color, and I've given a whole bunch of it here so that if this journal grows and you need lots of it, you'll have it. You can cut it, you know, if you need it shorter. I just like to give more than you need so that if you want to close up your book, if it gets fatter, you have no problem. So we'll start with just the cover. So see this beautiful linen, it's in an oatmeal color. I stitched around twice, and inside of here we have like a vintage folder, so it's got a nice weight to it. It doesn't, you know, flop all over. It's good and sturdy. So that's the front cover and the back cover. And when we open it up, you'll see there's two visible signatures there. So it's just a 2-signature journal, but it's quite nice in size. I've added an eyelet up here to hold on to this fun dangle. So lots of fun things. These little vintage flowers are so cute, and those little leaf clusters, glass lampwork floral beads, different kinds of little beads. I made little seed bead clusters, some vintage beads, some there are some semi-precious stones on here, so I'll bring this up. This one and these two, just fun little stone beads. Also a little vintage buttons. That's a cute little floral one. And there's a couple little pink ones, a little wooden bead. What else? This little glass rose bead. And a little leafy charm. Just cute things. So then when you open up the book, you'll see the rest of the embroidery is here. So I didn't do any pockets inside or anything. I just wanted to like have the jar be on the inside. So see, it's florals and they're in a jar of water, and then there's all this like foliage around. So I just wanted to leave them alone because it's nice to see the flowers popping up. So you'll see 2 rows of stitching there, so it's nice and stitched together. And then inside this first page, I have this little pocket here. It's a little collage pocket, and this journal card. This is of an old postcard, and I just added some fun vintage floral lace in this little bunny, and the back you can just write on. This is some cute scrapbook paper, and I looped it up into a pocket, and the back is also really pretty. It's a piece of ephemera that I made. So all of the ephemera in this book is from my ephemera box. I decided I felt like making like a floral commonplace journal with, you know, nature themes and botanical themes, and my big wish this morning was to just go through my ephemera box and make something that felt commonplace but also kind of themed. So these are some of my, if you follow me on Patreon or my Ko-fi, you'll have seen these. And I made this whole piece one day. It was a lot of fun, and there's this little vintage photo in a frame here of these 2 little girls looking at this deer who's also looking in the camera. It's a very cute journal card. And then there's a floral sticker down here. Just some, the paper in here is all coffee dyed paper. And this is a little collage piece that I did with some copper tape. And this is from a nature diary. Little collage floral pocket on this beautiful botanical paper. And then this is a tag made with paper from my Journal Together kit, and a really beautiful All in Create tag die that I love. They're kind of my current obsession. This is a book page large pocket with some little boots there with roses in them. That is from one of the boxes that I was sent from why is the name escaping my brain? It's okay. I forget. And then this little gardening card. It's very cute. This is from Martin Wiscombe, 2002. Your Creative Studio. That is the name of the kit. I knew it would come to my brain. I just had to give it a moment. And this is more coffee dye paper with a little floral sticker up here. This is from a vintage garden book of all these veggies. This is a little takeout packaging box that has some little flowers and birds on it. And then this is actually from my friend Mary Ellen. She does all these fun industrial forages. So she sent me one of these repair tags. This is from like an industrial vehicle. And so I cleaned it up and backed it and then added, this is actually a waxed stamp of butterflies. And then I've punched out some butterflies and beads. And this is like a little dangle with an eyelet that hangs off of it, and that just pops in there. More coffee dyed paper. This is from the Language of Flowers, and it has all sorts of little floral, information on the symbology, folklore, facts, etc. This little collage pocket here, and then this is another page from a garden nature diary. And it has that copper tape on it. Just a little journaling card. And then an illustrated bird. This with the apple peels on a string there. That's from a gardening book. Some leaves on the coffee dyed paper. A little collage. This is from a book cover of a vintage book. And this is from Your Creative Studio. This is a botanical page and a little tag that I made. I actually made this from a tea box, a hibiscus tea box that was sent to me by Shell's Creative Chaos. And then more beautiful flowers and little gardening bits, more flowers. And in this envelope, I cut the top off because I like the openness to be able to take things out. I don't like to have to like slide it that way. It's nice to be open. So on back, it just has this beautiful garden and castle kind of image. And back here, it talks about allotments. So this is a verse from Richard Church, who lived 1893 to 1972. Lifting through the broken clouds, there shot a searching beam of golden sunset shine. It swept the town allotments plot by plot, and all the digging clerks became divine, stood up like heroes with their spades of brass, turning the ore that made the realms of Spain. So shone they for a moment, then alas, the cloud rift closed and they were clerks again. So I thought that was a nice little verse. And then this side I actually glued to the coffee dyed paper to make this pocket for this beautiful piece of art. This came out of an art book, and I think it's a nice bit of plants there. That would be maybe me right now if I were alive during like Roman times or whatever. Because all I've been doing is planting pots for the whole weekend. And then some lovely finches and things, and sparrows and robins. And then another piece of that little, it's like a little takeaway box that I cut up, but it's not actually for takeaway. It's more of a, a packaging kind of thing, like a fancy package. And then this is something that I got packages of these lovely cards that are used in education from the thrift store one day, and they have all these fun illustrations on them. So I've used a couple in here. This one is like Jack and the Beanstalk, and it says synthesis. What other trade might Jack have made for the cow? So instead of taking the cow to market, he could have given her a different job. And more of the Language of Flowers, these beautiful flowers, and some more coffee dyed paper and vintage veggie illustration. And then on this side, this is one of my moth images with some florals there. And this is Under a Shady Tree, and it's just a little collage tag. And another coffee dyed page with a flower. More flowers. I wanted to leave some of these vintage floral pages alone because the book was just really pretty. And then this is a tip out. It's got a lot going on. So first of all, it's a tip out with a pocket on back. And this little Victorian garden girl here, her arms are just bursting with violets. And then in here we have this. So this is like a cabinet. And inside of the pocket, we have the Garden Path Seeds of Victoria, little label there, writing space back here. And in here, we have this journal card. these ladies sort of having a garden tea. So that pops in there. And then what it does as a piece is it holds this little cabinet door closed, because inside there's a piece of vellum stitched on, and then all sorts of little bits of coffee dyed paper back here, so you can do some hidden writing in there, and your seed packet will just hide it in there. Little sticker there, another one, florals, more floral paper, and then this is like a little folder that I made from that big botanical page, and inside we have some leafy goodness. 2 pieces of scrapbook paper. I just like to anchor my pages in scrapbook paper. It gives the folios a nice feel. So this one is a pocket with a bird's nest, and it's the same paper as that, but it opens up and you can do some writing on this. This is some handmade paper from a local maker. You could also stick or write something over here if you wanted. And then we have this journal card. So this was done with alcohol ink on photo paper. It's a fun technique. And then we have this little one here and some vines and old paper collage. Whenever loneliness came upon me as a thief in the stillness of night, I would wander through the meadows and somehow know all would be right. I think that's a good message to all of us. Get into nature when you're not feeling so well. This little collage pocket here, and this fun garden gnome tag. Another piece that I made during Round Robin. A lot of this is actually made from the Round Robin swap, which I had a lot of fun with. More coffee dyed paper, and this little floral down here. Another beautiful floral page, and another of these collage pockets. And this is the cutest pigeon. It's from a field guide, or a nature diary. We've got some copper tape on there. Big journal card, more coffee dyed paper, and language of flowers. This is another of the little takeaway boxes, and this is a journal card from a nature science book, and I thought these were kind of like some garden, critters and things. It's got these snakes and a bird and these little lizards here. Just a nice historical kind of image, gardeny. And then a squash page with a lovely illustration of squash, and some more coffee dyed paper. This is a big botanical page that I just decided to leave alone, except that I did do this wrap around. So this is Southern Exposure Seed Exchange, and over here we have this little calendar, and it has writing space with coffee dyed lace paper on both sides there, and some washi tape just for fun. So it just wraps around the page, and it's like a little hidden journaling space. Rusty paper clip holding it on, and then a wheelbarrow full of flowers. This adorable little, I guess that would probably be a blue tit eating peanuts. A little vintage book page, and another of the botanical pages. Over here, this stitched gusseted pocket, these little ladybugs under a mushroom. And this is another of my collage tea box hibiscus tags. Little floral there, some honeysuckles, and what are those called? They grow in my backyard. I completely forget the name of them. They're not dandelions, but they have a similar appearance. They're very medicinal, and like a colt's foot. Okay, and this is a botanical envelope that I made. Again, I made it easy to be able to take the piece out by cutting the bottom of the envelope, and it just has this fun little notepad inside that's made with some really cute little botanical feeling green papers. Just a little notebook for some writing. And that just pops easily down in there, so you don't got to fight with it in the center of the book. In the back, and then more of the colt's foot and honeysuckle, and then another botanical on coffee dyed paper, another of those big botanical pages. I wanted to leave some free if you wanted to like glue down photos or something, and then some butterflies in this little tuck spot. And this is a journal card that's actually cut from a Dutch magazine cover called Fleur. These are more lovely birds. Another fun collage pocket with botanicals, and another blue flower up here, and then a couple of dragonflies from a illustrated field guide. And this is another one of those fun children's book bits. And this one is, it says analysis, and it's this house. What materials are used for buildings in Canada? Why do we need to build homes of such solid, heavy materials? You could obviously paste or collage or paint over all of that. And then this journal card inside, a little botanical bit made from scrapbook paper. And a couple of yellow flowers. A page about spinach from a vintage gardening book. And then this is a pocket cut from the botanical book, and I've got this little label here, and then inside here in the pocket we have just a blank tag made from a folder, and it is from a die from All and Create, which I am a little obsessed with right now. And this is more of the language of flowers, more coffee dyed paper with flowers, more florals from that lovely book. Some seed pods here. They look like poppy flower pods. More of the takeaway box with this little art is not just a painting, a little journal card from Stamperia. And then the last page, just this beautiful bird, and you see that fun stitching again. So that's the end of this little journal, and if you are seeing this video, that means that this journal will have been posted in my Etsy shop, and I will have all the details on how many pages and the size and all of that there as well. So thank you for tuning in. I hope you're having a nice day, and we will talk again very soon. Bye for now.